All right, beginner guitarists, I have got 6 songs that you should know, 7 chords, and we're going to take a look at 6 songs that use 4 or less of those chords and how to play them. I'm going to show you a very, very basic kind of, what I'm looking for this time, a level 3 kind of thing, and then how to bump each one up. So this video is going to be fast and furious, but you can certainly come and ask me for help in class for anything. So the first one on there is Blue Suede Shoes. This is called a lead sheet, and the lead sheet means it just tells you when to change the chords with those slashes. You'll notice there's one spot in there with a chord written and a slash, and there's no words there. That means you play it again even though nobody's singing right there. And so for this one, the playing on the ones, like on the first beat of each bar, would sound like this, and I will sing along the whole way. And remember, I play my A's like this. You might be playing your A's like this. I even sometimes play my A's like this. So when you see this or this, it's actually an A. And I'm going to do lots of this to tap between bars, or the beats within the bars, sorry. Well, it's a 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. And here's one of those bars. But you can do anything, stay off of my blue suede shoes. Okay, that's really what I'm looking for, is that kind of, but when you want to add to it, you can add it like this. Well, it's a 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything, stay off from my blue suede shoes. All I'm doing in there is going, I'm kind of accenting the down, but coming back up. So I'm going kind of like a harder down on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And I'm bending everything at my wrist. I'm not bending at my elbow. I'm bending at my wrist. Okay, like I said, fast and furious. You can certainly ask me more questions. Achy Breaky Heart only uses 2 chords, A and E. And our first step is the playing on the first beat sounds like this. You can tell the world you never was my girl. You can burn my clothes up when I'm gone. And you can tell my friends just what a fool I've been, and laugh about and joke on the phone. I put 1 extra strum in there, sorry. Okay, and then if I'm going to add to that, it's going to sound like this. You can play either on each beat, or you can do what I was doing before, which was kind of putting down beat on the 1 and filling in the rest. So this is 2 ways to do it. Ready? Well, you can tell my arms to go back to the farm. You can tell my feet to hit the floor. And you can tell my lips to tell my fingertips I won't be reaching out for you no more. But don't tell my heart, achy breaky heart, I just don't think he'd understand. If you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, it might blow up and kill this man. And that's Achy Breaky Heart, just 2 chords in there, A and E. Knockin' on Heaven's Door has 4 chords, but if you look for the pattern, you'll see it goes G, D, A minor, and then it goes G, D, C, C. So the G, Ds are always to start every single time. And with this one, I'm only going to tap once between. It's a little bit slower. It would sound like this. G, D, A minor, another A minor, G, D, C, another C. Mama put in this badge for me. Terrible with lyrics, by the way. Well, I can't choose it anymore. And that basic strum pattern will do you just fine, but if you want, you can start adding in the second part of G, D, C, and now I add to it, C. I'm kind of adding on to the with the repeated chord, the A minor or the C, just before it changes, I kind of do a little bit of a build, and then I go back to the one strum, and that sounds okay too. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. That one's pretty straightforward. God's Country. So I do a terrible job at singing this one unless I use a capo, but I don't want to use a capo right now. So this one has 3 chords, A minor, C, and D, and then the A minor repeats. So you have to think of it like a block. A minor, C, D, A minor, A minor. So you'll notice there's A minors, kind of, they double. The way I've written it out, you can do the same sort of thing you did with Knocking on Heaven's Door, like this. Right outside of this one church town, there's a gold dirt road to a whole lot of nothing. Got a deed to the land, but it ain't my ground. This is God's country. And now A minor again. When it's falling, it brings a grain and a little bit of money, and we put it on a plate. I guess that's why they call it. Now I can go back to the way I was strumming before, where I'm kind of hitting down, trying to accentuate the beginnings. But I saw the light of the sunrise sitting back on the 40 on the muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs. Minor, A, C, C, D, D. This is God's country. Again, if you listen to the album, Blake Shelton's using a capo, which is kind of like a way to shorten the strings to raise the pitch. And it sounds, if you want to sing along, you have to use a capo there. Okay, we got 2 to go, I think, here. I got Let It Be. Let It Be uses 4 chords, G, D, E minor, and C. This one here has it's probably the hardest of the strum patterns to get into if you're going to use other than the strumming on the first beat. So if I'm strumming on the first beat, it can sound like this. When I find myself in times of trouble. Let me slow that down. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Now you'll notice on the sheet there that there's a G chord after the first let it be. And then there's no chord written. When there's no chord written, that means keep going with what you're doing. So I would stay on the G chord for the next bar. And I'm going to show you the strum pattern that works really well with this, which is down on 1, skip 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. In my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And you notice my hand actually goes 1, and I make a little 2, even though I don't touch anything. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. And that's a nice way to play that, skipping every single one. And then finally, wow, this is amazing. 6 songs in 8.5 minutes. Wagon Wheel. And for Wagon Wheel, we can do the same things we've done so far. I can strum on the 1s. I can also put some extra stuff in there and accentuate the first beat of each bar. This one has a very recognizable pattern as well. G, D, E minor, C, G, D, C, C, and then it repeats. But we'll talk more about that in class. So heading down south to the land of the pines, thumbing my way to North Carolina. Up the road, pray to God I see headlights. Another C, repeat. Made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking up a bouquet of dogwood flowers. See my baby tonight. And then the chorus is the exact same. Sorry, I screwed that end up there, but the chorus is the exact same, those 8 chords in 2 blocks. And I'll put some extra in there. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like the southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Really, the most important thing with all 6 of these songs is working to get your hands to switch between chords smoothly. That's the real goal here. I'm not that worried about these 6 songs. Okay, wonderful. Come see me in class if you have any questions. Thanks so much.